What's up? It's your boy, I Know Mercy, the Mad Hatter. And I'm, I feel like I'm going crazy right now, a little bit right now. Um, so, yeah, a couple days ago, the new Batman versus Superman trailer, just came out. And, okay, so here's the thing. When I first saw the teaser for the trailer, I guess, that came out on Monday. I was I was fucking livid. Just I was I had given up on this movie. Apparently, Superman militia fucking captured Batman, which we did see in the last trailer, so that's not a big surprise. They fucking capture Batman, and then Superman comes down in here, and just walks right up to fucking Batman and yanks his mask off, and the fucking look of hatred on Clark's face when he finds out who Batman really fucking is. That I'm done. I'm done. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm fucking done. I do not want to. I don't give a shit about this movie anymore. Fuck this movie. Fuck DC Cinematic Universe. Fuck everything that has to do with DC right now. Fuck DC. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. Like, I want to see Wonder Woman. That's it. If I ever go to see this movie, it's just to see Wonder Woman. I don't give a shit about anything else. Because fuck Batman vs. Superman, this stupid piece of shit movie. I had, like, I was so fucking angry with this movie at that point, and I actually made a video about it. But I decided, the next day, well, not the next day, later that day, I was online and started watching other people's reviews and shit and learning more about the video, and found out it was in fact just a teaser for what I'm talking about today, the third trailer for Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. And so I decided to hold off on that video and make a new one make this when I saw the full trailer. And I'm starting to like this movie a bit more. I still think it's gonna be bullshit, but I'm not as angry about it as I was, and nowhere near as angry as I was during the first during the first video I made. I might actually just show a bit of it just to show you how completely fucking just how totally done I was with this movie. But the trailer I saw, it wasn't bad. It starts off with Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent first meeting and them sort of trading barbs for their respective superhero identities. Obviously not telling the other one who they actually were. It's a good scene. I think the level of hostility between them is a bit much, but if you really think about it, Clark and Bruce wouldn't like each other when they first meet. I just feel like their personal, their personalities, their personal histories, everything about them it is really different. So it would make sense that they wouldn't like each other right off the bat. And then Lex Luthor shows up, and I think I'm the only one who likes this interpretation of Lex Luthor. Like if we're not gonna get the serious businessman Lex, this is at least entertaining. And so far, it's the least grim thing in this universe so far. Lex Luthor is the brightest thing in the DC universe so far. You see why I think the inmates are running the asylum at DC right now? Uh, so, Luthor shows up and is goofy and weird and stuff. I actually watched the trailer with a friend of mine. For whatever reason, I didn't think about doing a vlog just then and there with him, but whatever. Uh, and he actually had the idea that I actually think makes sense, and I kind of hope they do, is that Lex is. This is an act that Lex is doing. That he isn't really this goofy and energetic. He's acting like this because he doesn't understand how people interact with one another. It's kind of like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. He's so smart, he doesn't understand how to interact with other people. So, but unlike Sheldon, who sort of wears his awkwardness on his sleeve and doesn't try to fit in with normal people, Lex does. Lex, because I think it is that he got his fortune from social media or something like that. I think because of that, he has to at least attempt to interact with other people. So he pretends that he's this eccentric persona because he thinks this is how people act. He's acting like this because he thinks people are stupid, and he's trying to act stupid in order to connect with them. Not really connect with them. Make them accept him, because they need to accept him so he can exploit them. And that really is what Lex is all about, exploiting people. I really do like Lex in this. I really do like this version of Lex so far, because I think it is really entertaining, and everyone who's really bashing it, I do get why you're bashing it, because the comics, the businessman, shrewd, serious, no nonsense Lex is a really great character, but I really do feel like Goyer or Schneider or Nolan or whoever the fuck is writing this. It's not Schneider. I know it's not Schneider. Whoever's writing this is they're going for the Donner version of Luthor, who's the eccentric billionaire but is also a sociopath. I really do think that's where they're going with this, and I can, like I said, I can dig it. And what the fuck else happened? Actually, that's the thing. That's probably the worst thing about this trailer, is that it really only shows two big things, and both these big things are, well, it really only shows one big thing. Well, it's okay. It shows a lot, but it's kind of hard to talk about because I feel like a lot of it is, this is a spoiler trailer, which is annoying. The kind of trailers that show way too much of the movie, like they show that the villain is Doomsday, which I think we all knew. We all knew it was Doomsday, but knowing and seeing are two kind of different things. Like, at the end of the trailer, Doomsday shows up, and it's Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman all about to fight him. Like, we knew this was going to be the big climax of the movie. It's kind of annoying actually seeing it before the actual movie, you know? Like we should have that I knew it moment in the theaters, not sitting in front of a computer screen watching a 3-minute trailer. And that's kind of annoying. And I actually, I'm kind of on the fence about Doomsday's design. You can tell it is Doomsday because he has the rock shit pointing at jutting out of him, Um, and it does seem like they did use Zod's body to make him. I guess I don't know. And at least that's what I'm getting from it. And weird and I should think about what to talk about now because a lot happened, but a lot of it is also speculative. I'm actually kind of glad that I saw this with my friend because he's a bit more observant than I am, and he actually pointed out two things that I actually kind of missed. One was the fact the scene where Batman is being captured by Superman's the Superman militia. Um, there are parademons there, like like I don't know if they're parademons, but they're winged creatures swooping down and picking people up and carrying them away. Like, what the fuck else could they be? Like, I suppose they could be Thanagarians, but I don't know why they'd be on Earth. Like, are either of the Hawks even supposed to be in this? Is supposed to be in this movie? Like, I know Cyborg and Flash and Aquaman are supposed to be in it, but are Hawkman or Hawkgirl supposed to be in here? I don't know what the fuck that scene is about. There has been speculation that the teaser scene was a dream sequence that Batman was having. I don't buy that, but if he's seeing parademons before he's being captured by the Superman militia, then there's a bit more credence to that, I guess, because otherwise that scene doesn't make sense, and I don't know. Another thing that he pointed out to me was the fact that when I think it's when he's making Doomsday, Superman is standing behind Lex Luthor, and he has this line: "If man can't kill God, then the devil will." And I get the line, I get why he's saying it. I don't know why he's saying it to Superman, or what kind of context that has. Like, I get what they're doing. It's Luthor manipulating Superman and Batman to fight each other for whatever reason. I get that Luthor wants Superman dead because Luthor always wants Superman dead. We really don't know his motivations for this, but he probably will when the movie comes out. Luthor actually does have a few good lines in this trailer. When he's talking to Lois, she calls him a psychopath, and Luthor says those are three syllables that people use when they can't think big enough or something like that. Like, it was a really great line. And then he's talking to talking to one of the senators for Superman's hearing, like either before or after the hearing, and he tells her that the oldest lie is that power. I don't remember the line exactly. Something about power. Something about it being harnessed or it being humbling or it. I think it's talking about the whole power corrupts proverb, and it's obviously in relation to Superman, but again, I'm not really sure what the context is. And in that case, this is an okay trailer because it does leave a lot of things sort of up in the air, and you're not entirely sure what's going to happen. We do see more of the fight between Batman and Superman, and one thing that the Doomsday reveal does kind of spoil for me is this idea. Well, it both kind of relieves a worry and dashes a hope I had. The one thing I always worried about is that Superman's gonna come off as a bad guy in this, and I'll get back to that. and Batman's gonna be the big hero, and Superman's gonna look like an idiot and be a dumbass and be an asshole, and then Bruce is gonna come in and be the good guy, and everyone's gonna like him, and they're gonna put him up as the one that's always right, and have him figure out whatever the fuck Luthor's doing, and like somehow he's going to overpower Superman in the stupidest fucking way possible, and then he's gonna say, no, I'm not gonna do this, we have to go and fight Doomsday or whatever. Thankfully they're not doing that, because it looks like Superman has Batman on the ropes, or at least the Batmobile is at least partially damaged when Doomsday shows up, and then Doomsday shoots eye lasers at him, even though Doomsday's never been able to shoot eye lasers. And then Wonder Woman shows up, and that's kind of the part I didn't like. Well, I liked it, but like I wanted Wonder Woman to show up and she be the one to stop the fight. Like that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted from Wonder Woman in this movie. She sees Batman and Superman fighting. Somehow she knows about Doomsday. Like she finds something else about what Luthor is planning, and then Batman and Superman are digging out like dumbasses, and she swoops in and says, "Look, assholes, you two need to stop fighting because there's a giant evil rock monster coming towards us." Like I would have. Like, yeah, it does at that point have Batman and Superman look like assholes, but they kind of look like assholes, but they're probably gonna look like assholes anyway, like throughout the entire movie, and like at least it'll give Wonder Woman something to do, you know? Like we still have no idea what she's doing in this movie. She's helping Bats and Supes fight Doomsday. We know that now. But like for the rest of the movie, we have no idea what she's doing here. Like it really does seem like they're just shoehorning her in. Like, I want Diana to have a full story arc in this movie. Like if nothing else, that's what I want. If it at least has that, I will be not as pissed off about it. And now this. Like I said, the trailer did take a lot of the anger out of my sails from the teaser, but anger's still there because that scene. That scene. I hate that scene so much. Just everything it implies. Superman flies into the Superman militia's bunker. They bow to him. Batman is strung up along with two other dudes. Superman goes right up to Batman, yanks off his cowl, and looks like he's about to melt his face. That means that Superman knows about the Superman militia, doesn't try and stop them, is possibly siding with them, and really hates Batman because like Luthor is manipulating Batman and Superman. I get that. But it's clear the only reason why Batman is being manipulated is because Superman is being manipulated. For whatever reason, Superman is, I guess, siding with Luthor in some way. Like, Luthor has something on Superman, whatever it is. And I don't know, it seems like Luthor is spinning things and Superman is just buying them. Because Superman is stupid. Superman is not stupid, by the way, but people think Superman is stupid because they're stupid. And however Luthor is manipulating Superman, whatever way he's doing it, it's making Superman look like an asshole to Batman, who is in turn acting like an asshole. Because Batman and Superman need to fight. They need to fight. Because 12-year-old man children thinks Batman and Superman have to hate each other for whatever reason. Because Batman is human and Superman is an alien and Superman is overpowered and he's unrealistic and no one can ever relate to him and he's a terrible superhero and he needs to be taken down a peg by Batman, who is the greatest superhero of all fucking time. Fuck you, anyone who says any of those things. Here's the thing. I like Batman better, more than Superman. I do. He has better stories. He has better villains. He is just a more... overall, I prefer reading Batman stories to Superman stories. That's just a thing, but I'm not going to say that Batman is better than Superman, because he isn't. I'm not even going to say that Superman is better than Batman, because he isn't. They're two very separate heroes for very separate stories. Batman is a detective. He works ground level. He hunts down sociopaths and killers and shit like that. Superman is a larger-than-life figure. He fights cosmic-level entities. He saves the universe. He can hold a black hole in his right hand. Yeah, Superman is overpowered because he kind of needs to be to face the shit that he faces. And it's really annoying when people say that Superman is boring or Superman's an asshole or anyone with that kind of power would be an asshole, but Superman isn't because he's boring. And whatever, I'm going on a rant that really has nothing to do with the fucking trailer. Well, it does, but... Okay, so trailer, I'm not as against this movie as I was when I first when the first trailer started. I still think they're fucking a lot of things up, but I'll at least watch it. I am giving it more of the benefit of the doubt than I was even after the last trailer, which again I really liked. And Doomsday it is what it is. They're using Doomsday because it's really the only thing. It's one of the only villains strong enough that would require Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman to fight him all together. So, I will say this. If you follow Angry Joe, then you know he is completely pissed about Doomsday being the villain of this movie. And I kind of get why he is, because honestly, Bizarro would have been a better choice. Especially since, I don't know if he was talking about the same thing, but a couple years ago I actually read a screenplay, a fan-made screenplay for a Trinity movie. And the main plot of it is Wonder Woman is just coming off of Themyscira because an oracle or something had a vision of a flying man with fire coming from his eyes destroying the world. And Batman, Superman, and Diana, Clark, and Bruce all kind of meet up independent of their superhero identities and sort of... Clark and Diana become friends. Bruce and Clark just kind of... I think they meet once. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I read this. The screenplay is actually really good, and I do believe that Clark and Bruce and Diana meet at some party or something, but Um, but the figure that Diana is prophesized to fight, she thinks is Clark because obviously flying man, incredible strength, fire from eyes. Yeah. She beats the shit out of. Uh, she beats the shit out of Bruce as Batman and strings him up in Crime Alley because he kind of fucked her over too, because you have two insanely powerful people flying around. Bruce isn't gonna handle that pretty very well, so he kind of kidnaps her and holds her hostage, and then she breaks out, and yeah. Turns out the prophesied enemy that Diana was told about is actually Bizarro, that Luthor makes, and I think that probably would have been the best way they could have gone with this movie. Somehow have Bizarro be the villain and have him look exactly like almost exactly like Clark when he first is made, and Luthor kind of uses Bizarro to make Superman look as bad as possible. Like he's leading the Superman militia, and he's fucking with Batman, and he's destroying things, and I don't know, maybe Superman is somehow incapacitated. Like he has a huge block of kryptonite that could have had something to do with this, and then he mutate that, but then the cloning process goes wrong. He becomes deformed, and you have Bizarro. Yeah, hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. I kind of fell asleep and I had to deal with that for a second. Okay. Where was I? Right. Um, the clone starts to sort of deteriorate and then becomes Bizarro as we know him, and that probably would have been, honestly, I think, better than using Doomsday. Like, I don't have a problem with Doomsday, and I actually do kind of like the design for him here, and it's, like I said, I am willing to give this movie the benefit of the doubt, more of a benefit of the doubt, and I probably will see it eventually when it comes out, and I don't know. Please don't suck. God's sake, please don't suck. Okay. I'm on No Mercy, the Mad Hatter. I'll see y'all later.